Hey man, so I watched your video. I really did like your playing. I thought it was really cool that you're doing it on an acoustic guitar. I thought that was pretty unique. Anywho, I wanted to move forward and hopefully be able to help you on the improvisational aspect of your playing. So I wanted to give you a few tips and a few licks. So first off, I do like that you have a decent amount of variety in the sense that you're not just pulling like a bag of licks out and just playing them. It sounds like you're kind of trying to please your ear, which is cool. It's awesome. As well as you kind of have dynamic too, right? You are changing volume. You are adding a little bit of emotion there. So what do I want to help you with? You do have variety, but there are also a few parts or a few moments in your playing that you catch that there's a few things that you're doing that kind of repeat itself. One thing I caught was kind of when you run up and down the scale, right? I think of scales, or at least the blues pentatonic scale, as a tool to sort of use the notes within to sort of create phrases or ideas, right? It's not musical just running up or down. And that's sadly kind of all scales. It's not music if you just play the scale. It's music when you use the scale to play ideas or licks or phrases, just communicate through your guitar. So an idea here, I want to give you a few licks, I guess, to start off with. One I really like is a Jimi Hendrix lick. Now, what you were playing earlier was pretty strictly minor, so A to D, which you can also play. Okay, anywho, I'm half a step down, so I have to play it on the 6th fret. That's my curse of being a wimp. So here's this Jimi Hendrix lick that I really like. Now, it is pretty hard, but hard in the sense of control. So here it is. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me turn up a little bit. Now what's going on there? I'm bending the B string up. You could do a whole step. Doesn't really matter, because the idea is when you go up, you're catching the G string. I catch it with my middle finger. You can catch it with whatever finger you want, as long as you're kind of catching it. And I bring it down. Now, Jimi Hendrix did this a lot, and a lot of people after him used it. Stevie Ray Vaughan, John Mayer, Philip Sayce uses it so much. Great players. They all use this, and it sounds great in a lot of settings, not just a minor bluesy thing. But it's a great lick because it'll teach you a lot of things in terms of control on the fretboard, as well as muting, right? Anyways, moving on. I wanted to teach you maybe an alternative run, kind of, or a different way to kind of start or end licks, or just so you're not going. Anyways, I wanted to teach you. And I think that's such a cool phrase. I really like it. I don't remember where I heard it first, so let's skip that part. What is it? So it goes, pull off there. It's an awesome phrase, you know? Right, mix it up a little bit, add things to it. You know, just change it, stutter, do something to it. It's yours now. But I think that's a really cool thing. It kind of jumps in between notes, goes back a little bit, and then runs down. And things like that add a little bit of character to your playing. Sorry, that's my phone. And within the minor setting, I know it feels like when you play the blues, it is a little bit of like you kind of got to do it all within this pentatonic scale or yada, yada, yada. Check out players like Matt Schofield. You know, this guy plays blues music, but he tries to get away with notes and ideas that aren't, you know, your typical blues licks or ideas. And it's awesome. It's refreshing. Also, check out the song Tin Pan Alley by Stevie Ray Vaughan if you haven't already. It's strictly minor blues and steal licks from it, you know? I know I said I like that you play to your ear, but I think stealing licks is also incredible because it kind of, you remember some and you internalize some and then you forget some later on, and it helps your playing and also helps your ear, so you hear other sounds and you kind of learn to put your fingers in different positions. So I gave you two ideas, one Jimi Hendrix thing and one Odd Run, and kind of get the idea of try to get away with a little bit. Try some notes that aren't really there. Try bending something that maybe you're not supposed to. Try bending the root note, right? So right? I bent it to that, which is, I mean, it's kind of like a stays in the B.B. King realm. But if you bend it for a brief second, maybe you could get away with it. At one point on the A, I bent the root note. Anyways, try that. Try getting away with stuff. Try different ideas. Keep listening. Pick up licks from YouTube. YouTube's an amazing tool. And just keep playing on, man. Your playing is great. Yeah, take care.